Hello everybody, this is Yvonne for Yvonne's Love Stream Walks. Walking each other home, companionship on the path. And here we are at Logie. I'm sure some of you recognise that beautiful white house up on top of the hill. And the daffodils are hanging in, some of them. There's a beautiful one here, still looking very healthy. I don't know whether we're going to make it up to the top of the hill today because there's a fence and we have to go right round, but lovely to see you, Kendall and Tom. And who else have we got? Kendall, Tom, oh, that's all for the moment. Oh, Diane, hello, welcome. And then over here we've got Alice, just back from her travels in the south. And right behind us we've got the Findhorn River. So this is a fabulous 360-degree spot. We've got a beautiful bit of gorge there. And you can hear the river. Ah, Rebecca Lynn. Indeed, Beltane, full moon. Thank you for the blessings. It's May Day. And yeah, it's the Celtic beginning of summer. Hello, Susan. The beginning of summer, the fire festival. I just read it's the time when the Celts would build two fires and drive the cattle between them for protection. But yeah, can you hear the river? Ah, Ellen, hello. Ah, great to see you. My Experience Week buddies. Great to see you. Yeah, so we're down at the Findhorn River near Logie Steading on this beautiful Beltane day, welcoming the fire, the sun, the summer, and walking today with the quality of authenticity. So welcome yourself, your real self, your true self, here today as we walk. And just turning around again, if you missed the first view, fantastic view of Logie House. Hi Irmgard, and who's that? Olive, hi. So we're going to walk up through the woods today with this quality of authenticity. This wonderful fellowship of lovelies that have been walking together in our 7th year now. And it is lovely to hear the river, isn't it? And look at the lovely trees, all with their new greenery, fresh from the winter. Fabulous. What a wonderful river it is here. Yes, so welcome to you all, and welcome those of you who watch the recording in other parts of the world. A special hello to Trish, Ruth, Catherine, Phoenix. Hello, Peter and Lida. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, the daffodils are still, some of them are hanging on even into the 1st of May. Gorgeous ones. And so we're going to wander up the hill now. And last week we talked about Eileen's guidance about we need to love everybody. And her advice was, the first thing you've got to do is stop hating them. So I don't know how you went during the week at just stop hating, stop that really intense hatred. And she says this week, though, she says tolerance is not enough. We really have to start the flow of love, opening our hearts. And of course, sometimes when we hold groups at Findhorn, it's very easy to open the heart and feel the love, but at other times the heart closes up. Ah, hello Maggie in Glasgow. And look at this beautiful walk we're going on today. I hope Ellen comes in sometime during the walk today. If you've just come on, we've just left the Findhorn River and we're headed up towards Logie Steading. Yes, I think Peter's been having trouble with the comments as well, Kendall. Yeah, so this wonderful festival of fertility today. And when I look around at all the beautiful greenery on the trees, there's such a feeling of abundance and fertility. Hello, Jeanette. And these huge, fantastic trees, look at them. And this is a tree that's been, well, fell in one of the storms, I guess. Also a reminder of the cycle of life. Just glimpses of the house through there. Yeah, so the Findhorn Foundation Skio just finished its first experience week, and I just saw 3 of the people who were on that week chiming in to join the Fellowship of Lovelies. So hello Ellen and Cecilia, and I think who was Wendy. Hi. So come with us. We've been walking together for many years, since the lockdown actually, and it's such a pleasure for us to be walking each other home. And look, the sun is out, it's 21 degrees, and we had great weather during this first experience week. And the group worked in the gardens, I think 3 sessions. They did some dance and some games with me and had various talks from different people in the community, and I hear the food was brilliant. Look at this one. I guess this is some sort of cherry, but really very beautiful. Ah, Peggy, welcome. Yes, the lovely lusty month of May, Peggy, in that film Camelot. It's May, the lusty month of May. All the sap rising in the plants and in the people. And it's lovely, along here somewhere there's a very beautiful fir tree with all the lovely new little bright green ends on them. It's such a pleasure to see. Look at that. Ah, Jeanette, yeah, you're in Ireland, I think. And also last week you were talking about appreciating how these walks really look at the detail and help everybody slow down and stop and look at the beauty all around us and look at this new growth. And I imagine some of us are also having new growth. I mean, life is all about that, isn't it? Remember that saying, we're not in relationship to be happy, we're in relationship to grow. That's a good one. We're in relationship to grow. And hopefully the programs that we run at the Eco Village, either through independent people or through the Skio, the Foundation Skio now, I hope that inspires growth on the inner. And I wish, can you smell? Don't say I wish you could smell. Can you smell the pine leaves, the pine needles? It's really beautiful. And then here we have a positive, it's sort of like an incredible display of rhododendrons. Apologies to Maggie in Glasgow. I know it's an intrusive species, but I mean, look at this one. Is a very soft, beautiful soft pink. Look at that. Look at that. It's exquisite. The whole thing is just can't be improved upon. And we're part of that. We're part of nature. We have our own beauty. Sometimes it gets a little mucky, but it's there if we look. Yeah, it's a really, splendid bush. I'm walking backwards here to give you a sense of the entirety of it. It's like a huge wedding cake. Look at that. Yeah. So wherever you're watching, all over the world, now or later, yeah, I hope you can feel the love and the beauty. And we're walking with the quality of authenticity. And a rhododendron is just itself, isn't it? It doesn't have any problem. It doesn't have to pretend to be something else. or wear a mask or perform or worry about offending anybody. It's just itself. Ah, gorgeous. Anyway, this week, for those of you new to these walks, I usually have a look at the next week in Eileen's Opening Doors Within book. And I do a little rundown of the coming week, just so that you've got something to have in the background as you live, so that we can live a little more consciously, a little more mindfully, not get caught up in the frenetic pace. I mean, look at the light there. Doesn't that invite you forward? Oh, I hope you had a wonderful family constellation, Jeanette. It is an incredibly interesting process, family constellations. And we're going to go up that little hill. Going to do a little bit of thigh work. And Eileen says today, love is the way. Well, that's not new, is it? Love is the way. Toleration is not enough. And she encourages, her guidance encourages us to not be possessive in our love and not to ever hold up somebody else's spiritual development. When I see this green, I always think of Robin Hood and Sherwood Forest. Look. And then if I turn around, you look back at the house and fields full of dandelions. Oh, Peter, Facebook is changing. The world is changing. The Park Eco Village Findhorn is changing. So it's our only certainty. Change. Oh, look. Look at that, and a very steep down to the river here, and a very beautiful up into those branches. I often say that, you know, Eileen has this really, she repeats a lot of themes, and this week she repeats the theme of gratitude, and she talks about the law of gratitude for everything is a fundamental spiritual law. And again, that's quite confronting because, you know, we can be grateful for all the lovely things, but to be grateful for everything is something else. Everything that is thrown at us during life, to be grateful for even the challenging bits, the disasters, or what we call a disaster. Look at these woods. Yeah, to gratitude for everything. And then she says, you know, perhaps you can turn a disaster into an opportunity. So, you know, looking at our own lives and then the wider picture, like gratitude in every moment, it's quite a spiritual practice. Not an easy one. Yeah, Lida, it is a beautiful walk, isn't it? When you are standing at Logie Steading, if you walk down towards the river and you take a right, you come on this, and it's just beautiful. My sister is behind me taking loads of pictures. Where is she? Look, there she is. Yeah, Peggy, it is a beautiful green. Can you hear the birds saying hello? And also, oh, can I tell you the most exciting news? Yesterday, which was a beautiful day, 23 degrees, wow, Celsius here, a rarity, I went for a magnificent walk from Berghead to Hopeman. And guess what I found at Hopeman? You won't be able to guess, because there was a walrus in Hopeman Harbour. And apparently he's well known, this walrus. His name is Magnus. He comes from Orkney, and he's been at Lossiemouth, and then he was at Hopeman. And this lovely walrus, I took lots of pictures, quite up close. He swam around, he climbed the ladder, he got onto the pontoon. Oh, what a magnificent creature. So that was really a highlight. Oh gosh, look at that tree. Look at that tree. Yep, the greens, Rebecca Lynn, indeed. And the cute little birds. Yeah, so this gratitude for everything. Let's see how we go at that over the next week. The next time you find yourself cursing about something, oh damn, blah, 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 let's see if you can say, oh, I'm going to be grateful for that, and see what comes of that. Yeah, a walrus, about the least expected thing to find in Hopeman Harbour. Yeah, and so when Eileen also, her guidance also suggests that when you've got this difficult situation and you're finding it difficult to be grateful for it, she says, look through it, look under it, look over it, look all around it, and see if you can see an opportunity. Yeah, his name, Susan, is Magnus, because he's so big. Magnus the walrus. Yeah, and I was sending photos to my friends, and then apparently he was on the BBC News later in the day. But I just figure I was really lucky that I happened to be in Hopeman that day yesterday. Look at this line of trees. Look at this pastoral, idyllic scene that we're all walking through together. Now, if you continue down this path, you can go down to the river at another point, but we're not going to do that. We're turning inland from the river. And yes, Magnus has been on Facebook, Peggy. So we're heading down this lovely little walkway. And here we just have a field of dandelions. And down this little walkway. So when you're facing all these, little crises in our lives, oh look, so sweet, like little stars. Eileen says, simply know that everything will work out perfectly. Well, poof, I don't know what your faith and trust is like. Everything will work out perfectly. Yeah, it's a big ask, I think. And she tells us to laugh at ourselves. Oh, Rebecca Lynn, you mean the spring is glorious where you are, in Nova Scotia, or here where we're walking. But I'm sure the spring is lovely in Margery Harbour. Yeah, I'm going to get there one day. My sister Alice has been there. Look at these blossoms coming up on the left. Yeah, so let's laugh at ourselves, honestly. We haven't talked about our foibles recently. We have to laugh at our foibles, which doesn't mean we don't try and improve, but we can laugh. Eileen talks about no point getting so stressed that we're as taut as a piece of elastic, ready to snap. Now look, here we are. Now these ones are white. There's a little smidgen of pink before they open. Look, a little smidgen of pink. Ah, we're okay. Oh, hi, Gloria. Welcome to the walk here. We're at Logie Steading, down by the Findhorn River. If you want to see the river and the daffodils and the Logie house, just go back to the beginning. And we're coming down to the children's playground. And this confection, I think I'm going to call this a confection of blossom. Again, quite this colour. Oh, Diane, you haven't still got frost in Quebec. Oh, and then look, this is how they are when they're open. Look. Could do some great ikebana with these, couldn't we? Beautiful Japanese flower arranging. Look, it's just so rich and frothy and dense. And the smell is divine. And there's lots of buzzing of bees. Maybe you can hear the hum of the bees. Gosh, just beautiful. So I don't know whether any of you have been feeling like a piece of elastic ready to snap lately. Yeah, it's not a good place to be in, is it? It's very lovely to walk in the warmth. I'm so happy not to have a coat or a jumper. Just lovely. And the Experience Week people, yeah, they got to really experience the best of Scottish weather this week. Look at this lovely seat. Peggy, a sea lion in San Francisco Harbour. Fantastic. Yeah, look at that. It's very sweet. And it's very quiet here today. There's no children playing. I guess they're in school. And very few cars at the shops that are inside the steading. And you can see the clock, 4:25. Hi, Marie Rose. I hope I haven't missed anybody as they've come on. And then we come to the steading. So the steading is the old animal sheds of the estate, and they've been turned into lovely shops, all sorts of shops. Women's and men's clothing, a beautiful cafe, a second-hand bookshop, a gallery. Yeah, it's a very nice place. We might have a little wander in. And just everywhere the lushness of spring turning into summer. So yeah, for those of you who've come on recently, happy Beltane, happy May Day, happy first day of Celtic summer. Ah, Maggie, I speak to you as Scotland's senior Indigenous grandmother of the burning hearth. And now what can I see? The choice is between sustainable wisdom of nature and the sentimental cleverness of humanity. Yes, now look here, we have the great entrance here, Logie Steading, and we look up to the clock tower. We're not going to go. Yeah, it's a very lovely place. You can see here, there's the bookshop. Lots of people sitting outside today because it's such a lovely day. And they put Shakespeare and other plays on in the courtyard in July and August. I haven't never been to one of them because I always think it's going to rain. Anyway, look at the beautiful grass here. And we're just going to wander this way. I can see some rhododendrons down here too. And just fantastic trees. Oh, Peggy, you've been watching the Charles and Camilla visit. It still feels strange for me to say King Charles because I had Queen Elizabeth for so much of my life. I'm glad he had a ready wit. Yeah, quite an act of diplomacy to be there at the moment. So much going on. Oh, is it also Wesak, Bonnie? Buddhist. Yes, I think Rebecca Lynn made reference to the Buddhist, and of course full moon as well. Boy, what a... Oh, look at these little perky daffodils here. They are so perky. Look at them. They're still standing up very high and bright, and they're not drooping at all. Nothing like a perky daffodil. Oh, hi Birgit. Great to see you. Always great to see you. Ah, yeah, well, Spike Milligan. Yes, Spike Milligan's good fun, isn't he, and the Goon Show. Yeah, Birgit, how's Vancouver at the moment? Look, we've got a lovely little sculpture over here of the squirrels. Oh, he's got a cute little face. This little one looking out over the top. Oh, and there's some horses clip-clopping up the road. Just look at the colour of this tree. It's like a copper. I suppose it's a copper beech. For me, who's never knows the name of things, I just appreciate their beauty, but I don't know their names. And yeah. Yes, you can hear them clip-clopping. Oh, wow, look at these little... Wow, look at this. Wow, look at that. God, nature's amazing, isn't it? And also, those of you who follow David Spangler and his daughter Marin now, and Julie Spangler, the Lorians are doing something called the Lorien Exploratorium. And they're talking about light activism. And it's a specific kind of subtle work that resides somewhere in the meeting place between prayer, blessing, and subtle activism. And they're having a 5-week group research project on light activism. So if you're interested, just look up Lorien. Oh, Birgit, you're in Hamburg. Ah. Oh, I know. I'm getting you mixed up with Trisha. Sorry, Birgit. Yeah, you're in Hamburg. And Trisha is in Vancouver. But look at these very frothy, lovely, lots of bees around here as well. Oh, the horses must have turned off. Anyway, here we go. Yep, you're right, Lida. It's just so rich and abundant today as we walk. Ah, yes, so May Day, of course, yes, also called Labor Day. Wow, this is quite an auspicious day, isn't it? And I keep thinking it's Saturday, but it's only Friday. Look, just colour and beauty. And as I said before, we're walking with the quality of authenticity, and all these plants and flowers and bumblebees and birds, they're just being themselves. They never have to worry about are they being authentic. Now, look at this one in here. Look at that. Gosh. And then all that supports the flowers underneath here. Fantastic tangle of boughs and trunks and twigs. And then the road straight ahead leads up to the house. And the road straight ahead, look at this tree, spectacular. Look, here's one of the houses. Very typical house. Yep, it's a veritable feast. Now we're not going to, we're just going to have a very quick look in the walled garden. I'll come back later in the season for the real feast of this walled garden. But as you know, the estates in Scotland always had a walled garden to grow their veggies and, protect from the wind. So so we actually go in and we'll just have a very quick walk. Look at this one. Okay, Maggie. I hear you, and we all hear you. Look at the richness of this one. Gosh, the colour. Colour's fabulous, isn't it? Look at that. Lovely sort of hanging boughs. And maybe you can hear the humming of the bees again. And over here we just have a fantastic lot of apple and pear trees. And then these gorgeous wine-coloured tulips. And these look like, these are interesting daffodils down here. And then I just do a quick walk, mission creep, along this line of apple blossoms here. These first ones are apple. I know because there's a stone apple over there. And then when we get to this side, it's pear blossom, because there's the stone pear. Helpful for people like me. Look. And when we come back later, they'll just be, these trees will be dripping with pears and apples. And then when we turn around, what do we see but, look at that as a sight, a very, very lovely sight. Yes, hard to improve on it all really. And yes, it'll only get better and better actually. And so that I often like to end where we began. Beautiful yew tree here, look at that. Oh, mission creep, Kendall. It's a friend of mine often used to get a little upset with me because I would say that we were going to go somewhere, you know, and that would be the plan. And then I'd get there and I'd want to explore a little bit further and, oh, let's just go down and see what's happening there and let's go and explore there. And that was called mission creep. So I'm famous for my mission creeping. I always want to go that little bit further. So yeah, it is a funny expression, but you get what I mean. I wonder how many of you out there are guilty of mission creep, but I'm proud of being a mission creeper. So if we go out here, gosh, look at that splendid purple colour. So yeah, it's mission creep, just to look, I mean, look at this cascade of white. And then, if we nick over to here, we will look down at the spot where we started. Don't say I don't take you on good long walks, walking each other home. Yeah, last week we were down at the beach in the wind. Today, no wind. Gosh, I give gratitude for that. Anyway, the homework, your homework, you know, I keep forgetting to give you homework. Your homework is to, what is it like, even just for one day, to be grateful for everything that comes your way, not just the things you judge as pleasant. Now look at this border, a border here, so like we're looking up at the house. Look at that. And then there's this border of daffodils. And then right down there, the seat that we were sitting on before I started it, there's a person sitting on the seat and you can maybe just hear the river. Yeah, so I couldn't leave you in a more beautiful spot to ponder your own beauty, to feel the gratitude for this gift of life, knowing that each day when we wake up, we can start again. We can be authentic. We can feel blessed. We can enjoy the connection on these walks. So lots of love to you all. I'm sending out the beauty that we've seen, this sense of authenticity and joy out into the world wherever it's needed most. And thank you, Ellen and Wendy and Cecilia, for joining me today. And thank you to my sister Alice, who's here. And thank you to nature. Oh my God, so gorgeous. Bye for now. Mwah.